It would be the one that's obviously
Well,
different from
we're
the
gonna at
others.
least start on our way of figuring that out.
Different.
My guy is literally, we know who it has to
Master,
be.
I
We know who it has
my
to be.
help. Isn't that right?
If
That's
the
what you
priest
want,
wasn't it, and he
right?
was a medic, and he was an accomplice to the mailman, then, I mean, we kind of know who it has to be.
Huh?
I mean,
Oh,
it does
fine.
seem
I can't
pretty
say No
likely.
to you, and you're so helpless like that. Okay, Master.
What is your issue?
All out.
What? What? What is this?
More
It's all me.
barrels! Donkey Kong
No,
64.
that has nothing to do with the matter at hand.
What?
Try thinking it over again. Yeah.
What are we
got it.
even judging?
Yeah.
What is the question? What is the question? What case leads you to believe that there's an accomplice somewhere?
Reviewed the kings, they were effective the four locked rooms. If any of them were hiding a mysterious secret,
Okay,
it
so
would
you're
be
discussing
the
which
rooms
one,
that's obviously
right?
different from the others. Okay.
Okay, it's which crime scene is not like the others? Like, which one feels like there was a second person?
Probably. I don't think one. And I
3 for
don't-
me.
Yeah, it's gotta be 2 or 3. But 2 is pretty
Two, I
after
feel
the
two is
explanation-
right. 2 is cut and dry after that explanation. 2 is
So
pretty
I guess
easy.
it is 3. Okay. Yep. All right. Well, what the fuck did she put it everywhere? I mean, it didn't even penalize us for doing the wrong one. It was just like you weren't paying attention. You were just like what? Okay.
Let's work together as a
This
team.
locked room is different from the others
Kind of
because the
stupid.
victims.
You can do it, Master.
The victim
What?
is.
What was the? Oh wait, the victim's body. There was something unique about her death. Look up that hint. Look that up.
Body.
There was something unique about that body.
BB.
About that murder scene, there was something
Tick-tock,
unique.
tick-tock.
One part of her body was more damaged. It was the legs or something. Wasn't it? Wasn't her legs like specifically targeted more or something? Am I
Okay,
misremembering?
Grab
I might
this.
be, but I
Hold on. Grab this. Right? No? There we go. Oh, that's right. I gotta carry it through. That's right. I forgot how this making it works. Wait, can you go over to the body? 'Cause I don't remember. The back
What
was
the
the
fuck
old
is
corpse. The head was.
Oh.
Do it, Master.
right. Okay.
Okay. What was different? This one was victims.
Death?
Death? Okay, death. Okay.
Death. You missed the D.
D. Well, I made this go faster because faster
D.
is easier than slower.
You're wrong.
Shit. I
TH.
tried to hit the D, and then I scrambled to get this. Okay. I thought this was easier. It seemed
There
easier
you
because
go.
of the fact that, you didn't have to wait you
Alright.
didn't have to wait like
I'm getting the hang of the
15
puzzles.
You didn't have to wait
I'm
15 seconds.
either getting the hang of it or these are just extremely easy. The ladies are.
Flabbergasted because I couldn't think of anything about I was like I was so focused on the way out that I completely forgot about the body. I was like, what do you mean something special
Right.
about
Paths
3?
opened up.
That was
It
one of
seems to
the
be a hidden
details
passage.
I did remember somehow.
If so, then the truth should be
you
somewhere
saved my ass
down
because I literally
Let's go.
otherwise
You
it
only
would
did
have
half.
I literally would have failed the minigame. And I would have had to go to the notes. I wouldn't know a clue what was different about it.
there. Yeah.
You literally saved your ass.
Okay.
Alright.
Continuing forward.
Yeah, I forgot it was blood. I think I just disregarded it because I was like, oh, it's the copycat. It doesn't matter, you know?
I couldn't remember what it was.
So the
I
cause
didn't-
of death for
I
the
just
victim of a
remembered
crocodile
that,
experiment is the only one that's different.
I knew I was confusing 2 and 3 because I was
The
like,
victims
no,
in the
2
other
was
locked
the one
rooms
that
were all
had
strangled to
the
death.
legs being targeted.
All had strangulation marks and scratches.
But the third
defensive
one-
wounds. The victim in the third locked
Right,
room had
except
strangulation
for-
marks, but no signs of resisting. There's also evidence of blunt
And I
traumas to the
pointed
head,
that out,
which can be
too.
considered the fatal blow.
The marks could have been made
okay,
after
it's
the
coming
victim
back.
died,
It's coming back. It's
so
coming
as
back.
to appear as if strangulation was the cause of death.
I think that's where we came to the whole copycat
Right.
killer thing. Like, besides the second one, that's where we came to the copycat idea. Because they just wanted to pretend that they were the mailman. We were
But
thinking,
3 kind of started to drive it home that 3 was also possibly a copycat.
yeah.
The real cause of death is blunt force trauma.
Right, that's where it started to drive home.
Alright, now...
Right. Okay, so I actually got something. I'm happy. I'm taking that to my grave. I got something right.
Just like I got the rope ladder in the clock tower.
Right.
Oh, there's 3 options here, okay?
Here's another obstacle, but it's likely to be an insignificant one. Yuma, let's solve this mystery and move on.
Right.
What is the question? Why was the death, the
What's
cause of
the-
death made to be strangulation? The work of a
Blended.
copycat, the work of the priest,
The work of a copycat.
because they're trying to act like the mailman. It's like
Right.
the whole point is like making is to act as a copycat.
Right, and it doesn't mean that they have to kill it in the same way. It's just that the murder scene has to look similar
Yeah.
enough to make it look like it is the same person.
Like, it being the priest, it wouldn't matter.
It
Like,
doesn't.
if the priest just wanted people dead, he wouldn't care about strangulation.
Right.
But if you wanted to strangle them, you have a specific perfect purpose for that.
The strangulation was faked to imply this crime had the same perpetrator as the other 3 incidents. By making the crime scene as similar as possible, it appeared like the mailman was responsible for an unrelated murder. Which means this was a copycat crime.
I agree.
So maybe the priestess did this one? Or, cause like, maybe the priestess like started to... Oh! Wait, the kid's here now!
Among the string of mailman killings, there could be some that were done by copycat criminals.
That has to be why the mystery labyrinth still remains. Even
Okay.
after discovering the
So there
mailman's
are 2
identity.
people, okay.
So who is the copycat criminal?
You know, it's little Timmy over there, that fucker. He killed so many people.
Indeed, we need to uncover this imposter's identity.
It would also make sense why he would do it, like the blue guy, if he became fascinated with the killer, and why he would like try to make it look like that. If he was like, man, the mailman's so cool, you know,
All
like
right.
you would, if you idolize a killer, you would respect them and try to do what they do. Now he fucked up because he was like, ah, shit, sure, we would have done this time.
You're accusing me
Can
of
I
being a
talk about?
copycat criminal?
Not again.
I told you already. I have nothing to do with this.
Hey, man, it's gotta be him, right? Like, what do you say? Because I think it's gotta be, right?
I feel like he's definitely the most likely.
It's either him, I'm thinking, or maybe, like, the only option I can think is, because this is
I
more
told you
specifically,
I
this is
have
specifically
nothing
for
to do with this.
the third one, which the only requirement was ranking.
Who's the
Newton's
4th
law.
option again?
This is the 4th option.
Right, who's the 4th one?
And the kid. What
No,
is
I mean,
that?
like, who's the before the kid? Before the kid.
You're accusing
It
me
was
of
no,
being
no,
a
no.
copycat criminal? What the
Broken
hell?
arm,
Okay, okay.
I know you're
I told you
or
already.
or
I
the
have
killer.
nothing to
It
do
would
with
be
this.
really funny if the The cat girl is the copycat. That'd be the funniest
I
thing.
mean,
No,
I think
it's
it's
this
funnier
guy.
to be the kid. If I'm being completely honest, like if we somehow the
It'd be
kid,
funnier
it
if
would
it's the
make
kid.
no
Both the
sense.
kid and the girl are both funny.
Alright,
Like,
I
those
gotta say
two
him,
would be the
there's no
funniest
way. Like,
This feels the
the other
most
three seem
right.
random. They don't really make a whole lot of
You
sense.
are the copycat criminal.
Unfortunately.
Me?
What are you talking? I told you all about the Nailman, and even cooperated with your investigation.
Uh-huh. You don't think killers do that? It's called getting in with the cops. It's really useful when you're hiding your shit.
And now you think I'm
Hiding
a
in
murderer?
plain sight.
Are you fucking kidding me? This is crazy.
What is
Your
he doing with
investigation
us?
isn't worth
Oh,
shit.
God damn it, you just look at the other dude. What the hell?
You failed!
God damn it.
I
Oh,
don't
he has
know.
the mask of the priest.
What does that
Because he is
do?
the copycat, so we did it. So the priest was the nail man. Okay. This is the
Oh,
copycat.
yeah, it
so it's what we
is.
said at
It
the very
is.
beginning.
Okay, cool.
We were just misled. Like, we thought the game
I
was telling
see.
us otherwise. When
I
reality we were
like the
saying
hair
we were
difference
saying.
though. Hair definitely looks better on this. Reminds me of the Joker, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it's a mask. He's wearing the mask of the priest. Like
I
that's-
know.
Why
You remember
accuse me
like
of being
Bane
the culprit?
Joker from like Arkham
No.
Origins? Arkham Asylum? I don't know. One of those games, Arkham Asylum, I think it is. There's just, at the end of the game, he just like he takes a bunch of venom or some shit,
Oh, I bet it's gonna be this one because he's gonna be like,
and he just
well,
looks
everyone
like
knows they're nailed to the ground. It's like, no, that's not public. Or no, the strangling. What was it? All victims are serious or strangled, and the content was not publicized. So it's gonna be like, anyone could have strangled them. It's like, no. I mean, yes, but they would have to do that.
Right,
What, do you
where
think
they?
I'm a copycat criminal?
You talked about it for a
Could have
half
all
hour.
been the mailman.
I talked about it on your podcast for crying out loud.
The cause of death is just different each time, yeah?
No.
And even if there was a copycat criminal, why is it me?
Why is it you?
Servant could be the copycat. The nurse could be the
I
copycat.
can't move fast enough. Okay, that was
Anyone
okay.
could have done it.
Anyone could have done it? No, my guy. No, I did it. I did it. Okay,
Slash through this
I
mystery.
fucking slashed. And the
All
game
right,
said,
man.
no, you didn't.
The cause of death in the art
Gross.
gallery was
Whoops.
blunt force trauma, faked as a strangling to resemble the nailman's MO. But the murders all being strangulations wasn't made public right away. The only ones who knew that were those who actually set foot on the crime scenes. That includes the nailman himself, the peacekeepers, and the first eyewitnesses on the scene. Which means you. You could have committed the murder in the art gallery.
You're like, bitch, I'm gonna deal with you.
It's fucking bye.
Nonsensical phantom!
I like not a single one of them stands their ground.
Of course not. Because
Not
they're
once.
getting cornered. That's what it is. They're like, shit.
I don't have a
For
plan
the
that's more
first on
than
the
two
scene
steps
to
into
also
the
be the
future.
culprit
Hey,
is
it's empty
Rabbit.
Cheshire staircase or whatever.
He was always suspicious, but because the real mailman was someone else, I didn't
Alright.
connect the dots.
You fucking
He was
MC,
fascinated by the
no.
mailman,
It is
and by
true.
studying
I don't remember
him, he
the.
eventually knew
You
more
originally
about
called
him
it
than anyone else.
Schrodinger's stairway or something, and I was like, what? No,
Stairgate.
Schrodinger's the cat guy.
Yeah,
It's ironic
No.
that he exposed his own crime.
right. Schrodinger's box.
Too much about the other
It's
ones.
neither live or dead.
Master, the truth is right there!
Is Schrodinger.
My radar is banging like crazy!
You know what? I would totally love to be thinking like crazy, but honestly, I don't think you'd let me. You're too much of a tease to let me.
Yeah, it is. It is MC Escher. That's right.
Oh, okay. Wait, so I said it
Based off
right?
of it was based.
You have the truth.
Yeah, you were exactly
Oh,
spot on.
okay. I didn't realize that was. I think I only thought of it because of how unique it was.
Yeah.
And it's just
Looks like we've arrived
like
at
when
the
everything
final
was
stage.
It is a really cool
it sounds
thing.
like a DJ name, like a MC,
Yeah.
host.
It does.
You can submit
It
or
makes-
completely solve the mystery
Right.
labyrinth. Master, don't let your guard down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's Halara gonna be here now? Because now we're gonna go into God mode, and now we're gonna like is Halara just gonna sit next to us, just like, what the hell is going on? You know what? Oh my god, I just realized he defied the laws of physics, and now he's defying the laws of physics again. This master. First with the painting, and now with the castle. How dare he? Oh my god.
Honestly, that dude is the most annoying.
Alright, come on. Let's
Do you
go.
think the reason why that part? Do you think the reason that part like disobeyed physics and just like probably wasn't like thought through or something was because they added the idea of like having a second like a copycat like
I can
later
believe
into
it,
development
potentially, yeah.
and then placed
It's
it
hard to
in
say,
to
though.
make it more interesting, to make the intro more interesting. It's hard to say, but sometimes it's just that's just the case with like missing pieces like in that kind of part of the game.
Stop it!
And it's not a knock on it, because I mean,
What? I pressed it,
sometimes it's just what
though. I'm
feels like
pressing.
the.
Oh, that's okay.
Damn this! Stop with your lies!
There you
Okay,
go.
there we go.
Everything was done by the nailman! I'm not the culprit! How dare you accuse me when you have no proof? You didn't even check the crime scenes back then!
I mean, I did though? I did very clearly. The Shakis, okay. Past Nailman murders, I mean, yeah. Halara's Forte, Secret Club. Why? I think it's gonna be Halara's Forte. Forte was a ninja insurance crime scene when it was first discovered. Yeah, it's gotta be this. That makes no sense.
Makes the most sense.
Come on!
Imagine it didn't work or something.
Ah,
What
Where's
the
the
hell,
Dolores
Amy?
Forte? We were able to
Right.
see what each crime scene looked like at that time.
My power allows me to see the moment the first
So
witness
where
saw
are
the
you,
crime
Hella?
scene.
I'm just saying, like, are you
Where?
just
I was about to, she just. Yeah, I was about to say you shoved up her ass. Like where are you at? Like,
Not the
I was
victim,
supposed to help.
but
Where?
how it appeared when a third
My
party
God.
first entered.
We used post-cognition to gather all the evidence.
Time to find him.
Wrong! Shut up! Stop it! Get away from me! Damn it! I
Man, he just can't, like, he can't be putting up on his walls, my guy. It's not healthy.
Get away! Who cares
Like,
if you use
he's got a real
post-cognition?
problem with not
You
facing the
only saw what
facts.
I saw as the first person on scene. Who will
Right.
help lead you
Honestly,
to the culprit?
every villain in this game has that exact problem.
You're never gonna find the
You
culprit.
know,
What
What
do you
you
mean we
saw
found
is only
already?
what I saw the moment the corpse was discovered.
Yeah? What's the problem here? Okay.
right?
Okay, that just says in the top corner. I really respect that, because it would really be suck if you, like, misread a word and wouldn't tell you, okay, what you saw is only what I saw the moment the corpse was discovered. That's non-public information, right? The paint, right? Because he knocked it over. And
No, it's
No.
from the art guy is the first guy to find it in the art thing, and he knocked it over. It's the paint thing.
Yeah,
Right, the third party was the art guy, or whatever.
right?
Not the janitor for the security for the art.
Well, the
Right,
manager,
I think it's the
I think it was the manager. It's gotta be
I
them,
thought
right?
it was the security. Yeah, no, it was the security guard who was outside, who like was like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
That was I don't think he was a security guard. I thought he was
And
a
he's like,
manager.
"Who's the first?" Well, why was he checking security of the building then?
Because they're low staffed and he's the manager. Managers have a lot of duties, even on off days.
Well, actually, managers are actually mostly useless in corporate America, but anyways, they did at one point serve a purpose, but not so much anymore.
It's not this, right? Let's just, I want to be sure about this, because I really don't want to, this
Yeah.
is irrelevant, right? There's no way, that's not relevant to,
I think it's the paint.
it
That doesn't
makes
seem
no sense
like it
because
matters.
what
The only
they-
thing that is unique,
like,
we
yeah.
both agree on it being the paint.
Hilar's
The only-
post-cognition
we're only
shows that
arguing
the
over,
paint
like,
can at the
what
gallery
his
storage
job was.
entrance had been knocked over. And according to the art gallery staff member's testimony, that was
Okay,
your
this is
doing.
staff member, so neither of us win.
You went into the crime scene
Okay.
first, and the art gallery employee behind you noticed you knocking over the paint can.
Oh, I get it! Because if it goes from the third person, it means that he had me involved, is the point. Like if he wasn't the killer, then it would have been before he knocked over the
Right.
But because
If he
was
wasn't
the
the
killer,
killer,
okay.
yeah, it would have been, the paint can
But
would have been spilled
Hilar's
over and
post-cognition
that
only
makes
shows the
sense.
scene when the corpse is first discovered. So if you
Right,
were the
that's
first
what we were
person to
saying.
find the body, the scene before the paint can fell over would have been recreated. But it wasn't.
Oh,
The
this feels
paint
good.
can had
This
already
feels
been knocked
good.
over when the corpse was discovered.
Even if this was a
It feels
little
like-
bit,
Means
it
the
feels
first
like that.
person to
Even if
find
the
the corpse
physics
was
was
the
a little
art
bit
gallery
weird.
staff member, not you.
I feel good about this one. I feel
It's-
better about this one than the
I don't
last
know.
one.
I still feel. I don't feel
The
happy
reason
about it,
you
but it is
didn't
better than
count
the
as the
last.
first
I'll
person
give
to
you that.
find it is because you're the culprit.
They didn't like to say like, you know what, your blood was under the paint or something, you know, like there was like something
Right.
obscure that they hid
Unfair.
from us. It was based off of evidence that we had beforehand, and it
Right.
made sense with the logic,
That
you
was-
know?
That was true. That I'll give you that. That part I'll agree with, and that
is
is
the
better
truth of the
overall.
case.
I still don't like the whole the physics not working right. That still bugs me a little bit, but it's fine because it is better. And hopefully it will continue to get even better, more so actually.
Yeah.
This
I
has been
haven't-
kind
I
of
don't
fun
actually
to
know
like
how
get
long
through this
game
one.
is. I'm gonna like like I said, I've done no research, so this game might have like 10 cases or something plus DLC. I don't know. So, and we're only on the first case after the prologue, so like we don't know how long this is gonna be.
Him! Shove all your evidence into the solution blade and slash as hard as you can.
Well, looking it up, we're gonna be likely to spend more closer towards the 50-hour mark on this game. I just looked it up.
Oh, okay.
To just get through it and make main objectives is 31 hours. If you do the 100% completion, it's 45 and a half hours.
So it's gonna
And-
take us 60 hours is what you meant to say.
Knowing us, for us it's gonna be taking us like 50 to 60 hours.
Where did the call from the learn from? We do have that. How do I do that again? There we go. The next one we got is, the question is, what did they climb on? No, wrong button. There we go.
Oh,
Not the incinerator.
Nails.
The nails? Yeah, here it is. No, there we go. I'm remembering the controls, so... Okay.
alright,
Here
no
is-
worries.
What did the
You got
cover
it.
tie to the... Wait, tie to the vent? Oh, the string, yeah, okay. If I press X, then I can look at all of it. Okay, here it is, cool. Finishing line. Damn it, push the wrong button again. There we go. Do you think we should cut these out? I wonder, because at this point, whenever we get to this this point, we kind of get the
Nah.
gist of it. Wait, what's this question? What did the
Right,
Cobra pass the line through?
it did happen over at least 6 episodes
Well, I
of
don't
us
mean
arguing.
the whole thing.
So,
I mean,
for
like,
those
the
who just
building of
wanna-
the comic book kind of, like specifically this part, and then we would like come back.
No,
with
I know what
the
you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Okay.
But I'm saying like that's happened over a couple of like a
I
good
know, I
amount
just
of
mean like the
episodes.
summary would
So,
also describe
this
just as
part
well
is-
as I was thinking.
I feel like I know that's why we should leave it in, is because it
But
being
we're
over a
not
couple
explaining
episodes
it, and
for
they're not
people who
explaining
might
it
not
either until we're
know.
done with all the scenes. Like they
Of the
don't.
comic, right? But I'm saying for people who might not want to go back to those other episodes, they could just watch this comic scene
I mean, it doesn't explain
just
too
to see
much,
like what's up.
but okay.
Not really, but it is still something. People might like.
Okay, I guess. Like, don't get me wrong, I get, because, like, Dr. Robin's art style from the comic book to, like, from the normal gameplay is so different. It's like, you know, you're just depriving them of really good art, you know? But in this instance, it's like, it's not like
Right,
too
I can
radically
understand
changing,
that.
and it does the same thing as just finishing, like, the whole book, is what I'm thinking. Rope ladder, nail.
Right.
I don't think it might
I
be.
agree with that, but I also agree that the summary at the end can be useful because that's a lot of time. Like just to summarize it quickly would be useful to people who did watch it and to those who
But
might
this
not
isn't
watch it.
summarizing
That's all
it,
I'm
though.
saying.
This isn't very much summarizing it. We're not explaining it.
It's not doing it. It's not doing it well. It's not doing it well, but it does show like the basic process of events. Left, quite literally, like right to
Well, like, I
left.
get the idea of like not wanting to go to all that stuff. I understand that. But my point is the fact that, like, why would we?
And I'm also saying the people who did go through the episodes, like if they watched it like daily, like they come out, right?
I guess,
Like
yeah.
that's multiple days in a row where your memory could kind of fade, where you don't really remember the first details of a case or something, and you don't. Just seeing this can more or less like be like, oh yeah, okay, I kind of have an idea of where we're at, even
Okay,
if
the
it's.
confusing part, right, for me is you're basically saying what the book does after we complete it. Why are we keeping it in the book section? That's the problem I'm having. Like, I'm saying once the recap starts, we would bring him in then. I'm not saying this entire section. I just mean us filling in the pages because they don't do any commentary,
Okay.
and we don't either. That's all I'm saying.
I didn't remember them doing commentary after like we filled in the pages afterwards either. So I just thought that
okay.
was the it.
What I'm saying is this part where we're filling in the pages.
Right.
Nothing
They
is happening.
will recap it.
They will recap.
I know,
yes.
but they will recap.
Yes, after we do all the pages.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I thought that this was just it. I thought we were just
They
filling
go
it
through
in.
the whole case and explain it
Okay.
after you fill in the book. That's why I'm saying, should we just cut this out in the future because it's just like it's not. I don't think it's different enough to justify like constantly doing it, especially if it's just taking extra
I can
time.
understand that.
And it doesn't explain anything. There's nothing extra here that they would miss out too much, is what I'm thinking. Like, because they explain it afterwards, like I said.
Alright. I understand that.
Because you'll see
If
here.
since they explain it afterwards, then yeah. Go ahead and cut it out.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Makes sense.
Then we might have to go a little bit longer then. I don't know how much longer. I'll let the explanation go through and then I'll end it, is what we'll do, no matter how long it's going.
Right up!
Right.
But yeah,
A series of locked room
that's what I
rumors
meant.
based
Yeah,
on the
they
urban
explain it
legend.
here.
We
I'll shut
have
up
discovered the
while they
true
go through.
identity of the Nailman. Truth bombs are about to be dropped. Time for the deduction denouement.
I like her lingo. Like how
Solve the
some of it's
mystery of
super
this time of
modern.
events. We have to know
And
who
some of
the
it's
nail
like
How some of it's you know it's not antique, it's
The
just
Nailman
French,
is an
right?
urban legend of
Yeah.
Town Ward.
Some of it's modern and some of it's like some of it's really based.
So it was French. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm
Write
saying
down the name of someone you
Someone's
want
body.
dead.
she said
Someone
truth
was
bombs
Drive
are
the
gonna
nail
be
through
wrong.
its
I
doll to a tree
I've
behind
heard
the
the
church.
term phrase very recently.
And then she said a French word.
Yes, I'm not
After
talking
it.
about the French word. I'm talking about the expansiveness of like
Okay.
from point B to point Z. Like the library she uses in common speak is quite vast, and I was complimenting that fact.
I know that's what I agree with you. I'm saying that, like, I'm finding it impressive that she went from our kind of English to French.
Okay, I was
It
just
is a
talking about the fact that like,
it
it
is
sounds like some of the
expanded dialogue is also what he's saying.
Well, other things are really current, you know.
I thought you were saying she had an impressive dialogue because she was speaking French.
Nope, I did not give a shit that she was speaking French. I just hear that she used the word truth bombs, and honestly, I don't think I've heard that in a long time.
Okay.
I don't care if they speak French.
And the mailman will kill that person for you with a
I find
countless number of nails.
multilingualness more impressive.
A story
yeah,
that
you're
is
not doing
exactly
that.
like that urban legend began half a year ago.
All of the crime scenes featured a corpse and dolls nailed down within a locked room. The first murder happened 6 months ago at a secret club in Kamasaki district.
The victim was none other than the geezer who owned the place, and the cause of death was strangulation. I heard the buy-in to place a bet was pretty steep, and cheating was rampant, so it was obviously a scummy place.
The key to the door was inside of a glass. And the vent that connects outside looked too high for escape to be possible.
But the culprit used the nails driven into the wall as footholds to crime.
Wow, he didn't take like a
Why,
skid
the
or
nails
anything.
that
He
were
was like,
bent downward.
I'm sure I can wash it out of my
The
cloth.
vent was not screwed down at the time of the murder.
You're right. Do you know how dusty vents are? He'd come out of it a different color.
The second murder happened 3 months ago. It was at a mansion near Ginma district.
The victim was some real estate agent who lived there, and the cause of death was again strangulation. He made a lot of money through shady real estate deals, so of course someone would be out to get him.
The door to the crime scene was the only possible entrance. But the key to that door was underneath the nailed-down victim. After the culprit escaped, some sort of trick was used to get the key back into the room.
A fishing line passed from the vent through the eye socket of the doll and propped up the upper body of the corpse. All that was left was to exit the room, lock it, throw the key in from the vent, and boom! You got yourself a locked room mystery!
The key was tossed under the victim from the vent, and once the fishing line was
That
retrieved,
is a hell of a toss.
the corpse's
Yeah.
upper body fell over, completing the crime scene.
The nails on the upper body didn't pierce through completely, so it wasn't nailed down at all.
The third murder happened 1 month ago in an art gallery storage room in Ginma district.
The skank's cause of death was blunt force trauma. She was a pretty lady who let her looks get to her head, and she got boom killed.
The key to the storage room was nailed to a painting through a doll. Another trick was used to get the key back inside the room here.
The painting with the doll nailed to it was propped up against the window, and then the culprit left the room. They nailed the key to the painting through the window, knocked it over, and bam! All done!
Those are the
Okay.
truths behind the past three
Yeah.
cases.
Okay.
Maybe the nail,
Now,
like,
there's been
nail
another
was
murder at the
sharp
clock tower in
nail. Maybe
Kano
they didn't put much force behind it.
The woman's cause of death was strangulation.
It's a
Since you told
it's
that
a
kid you
it
took
had to
care of
pierce
it,
through a
you've
doll,
gotta solve this case.
right? Dolls are
clock
it'd
tower
be hard
crime
to
scene is
pierce a
rather
doll
high up on
because
the third
if it was
floor.
it said it was cheap plastic,
was
it would
locked
bend
from the
in more than it
inside,
would
and
pierce.
the window shutters were also locked.
And even porcelain, it wouldn't be easy.
Well, potentially you only need to go through the clothes as long place, it didn't matter how deep it went necessarily.
I guess.
But there was rainwater under the window, and the nails in 2 of the dolls had rub marks.
In other words, the culprit must have hung a rope ladder from the dolls to escape out the window. With my logic, anything is possible.
Why are you imitating Halara?
I was gonna say, I was like,
Anyway,
what?
the killer cut their footing on the way down from the window. That way, they could just pull on one side of the rope to retrieve the whole thing.
And then
The
burnt
shutters
it
come
later
down
in the
under their own
incinerator
weight,
part,
so they locked
which is what
once
we
the rope was
found.
collected. I'm surprised you noticed the auto-locking feature. You sure love your shutters, Master.
Not really, I just fucking noticed
The
the
rope ladder was
clip.
collected,
Yeah, that was
then
easy.
burned in the church incinerator, which only clergy have access to.
That's how we know the nailman must be someone from the clergy.
But one question arose from this. The nailman killings share one more characteristic. All the victims were murdered by strangulation. This piece of information wasn't publicized.
Except one.
The cause of death in the Gryffindor murder was blunt force trauma. The strangulation marks were added later.
Which means that it was someone mimicking the nailman. But I already know the identity of the copycat killer. First, the nailman must be someone thin enough to pass through the vent.
Someone with the skills to throw the key with precision.
And someone affiliated with the church.
I have.
The priest! You're the nailman!
Okay.
What's gonna happen to the worshipper? Because this was our question from the beginning. It's like, we're only technically accusing him, and he's the
Are
one
they
who is
both
the
gonna
actual
die?
killer.
The copycat is someone who knows that all of the victims were strangled to death.
Oh, okay, so he's also getting accused.
Because he was the
Okay.
first witness in each case, the person capable of replicating the mailman's crimes is...
Oh shit.
Worshipper! You're the copycat criminal!
Okay. Ah, shit!
Fucking
Oh,
ace attorney
God.
on point. Ah shit, dude. They pushed me down the
But no, I
stairs
knew
and
they
my
explained
shoes
it
fell
afterwards,
off, and I'm
so
very hurt
that's why
about
I was
this.
saying, what if we get the book section? Because this isn't really surprising with anything too
This
majorly.
is the truth of the case.
Right.
So I'm
What's
just
that?
wondering, how are we gonna explain that 2 people died, like, out of nowhere? Like, the last one,
Like,
we didn't have
out
to
of nowhere.
explain it, but this one's like, there are 2 people we're accusing, and now they just blow
They're
up.
gonna-
Like, they implode. What are we gonna say?
It-
About
They
that.
just like they have a heart attack right in front of us.
I
It's like,
guess.
how
like,
does that change our situation when we get out of here? It doesn't change the situation of us being arrested. It just means that
Well, no,
these guys
it does
died
change it a little, because
randomly.
the whole point was that we're not being. In the last case, we were still being arrested, but in this case, it's more of an issue of like even if we find they were the killers, why? It's a question of like why. How are they going to be put to justice? Like, how can the peacekeepers be like, yeah, you know what, it was them. It's like we basically killed them. How are they going to be like? How are they going to like? I don't know. Like prosecution-wise, I don't know how this is going to work because if you kill the criminal,
There
you can't really
No
prosecute
prosecution.
them, or you can't really arrest them. You know, they're dead.
and no, and the fact is that they were gonna arrest us for like just taking their like public stuff that they were trying to keep secret anyways.
That's true. Yeah, that's right.
Right. So like,
they tell us to
why
drop
would
it.
they care? Exactly. Like they would. Like this doesn't
Well, I
matter.
thought this was
Like, they would.
different because I was like thinking,
they would
like,
attack it,
previously
us
we were
either
the
way.
main suspect, but in this case we're not suspect. But I see they didn't make the whole claim about throwing us into
They were
jail.
gonna arrest us either way.
Anyway, if you enjoyed this
and
video,
like
do this
interrogating us.
stream.
Like they were gonna do that either way.
Possible, or to our Discord server. That's linked in the description and our about section. The medias in those same two places as they're associated. Unless there's a recommendation from YouTube, and the right is the series Raincoat in its entirety. And we'll see you next time, fellow Shades.